Life in Germany. Is it easy to find housing in Germany? And who can help you to find a place to live? I am Nadia, and today we are going to talk about housing. First off, you will need a bit of patience when you're looking for a place to live, especially in big cities where there isn't a lot of affordable housing. More and more people want to live in big cities, and this makes the rent go through the roof. A lot of people in Germany just can't afford it. We asked people on the street what they think.
It is very hard to find an apartment in Cologne. We've already been looking for 3 months, and we haven't found anything.
Yeah, we're posting these flyers here with what we are looking for in the streets. Maybe that helps finding something. 30 or 40 people come to look at an available apartment. You have to give the landlord all of this information, like what your job is, your salary. As a student, it is difficult. You write so many inquiries for apartments, and no one answers you. Sometimes appointments to see apartments are cancelled just 15 minutes before.
Finding an apartment was not really easy in Cologne. I looked for a long time before I was able to find something I liked.
You will usually find apartments and homes for rent listed online or in the newspaper. The first thing you will see is the Kaltmiete, or basic rent. This is what you pay for the space only. The costs for services like heat, water and trash collection comes extra. When you add all these costs to the Kaltmiete, then you have the Warmmiete, or total rent. But if you can't afford this, what can you do?
You shouldn't only look in one part of the city. It is really unlikely that you will find a place exactly where you want. You need to be more flexible. You can always look somewhere else.
It is really difficult for refugees to find a place to live in Germany because there are a lot of refugees that come here. But there are people who help refugees look for apartments.
In Germany, there are official housing offices where you can get a so-called Wohnberechtigungsschein. This is a certificate that allows you to apply for housing which is supported by the state and has lower rent. Just go there yourself and find out more. But it is important to know that landlords still make the final decision, and they will want a lot of information. Where you work, how much you earn, if you have debt and so on. You often need patience and a bit of luck before you find a place. But are there any other possibilities?
I'm a student and I don't have enough money for my own apartment, so I share an apartment with 2 other students. We share the kitchen and bathroom, and everyone has their own room.
When I first came to Germany, I shared an apartment together with people because it was more affordable.
For a lot of young people, living together in a so-called WG or Wohngemeinschaft is a cost-effective housing option. In a WG, people rent an apartment together and each person gets their own room. Every WG has its own rules about chores and cleaning. Every building also has a so-called Hausordnung with all the rules and information like where the trash goes and when you can be loud. For certain neighbors, quiet hours are very important.
I don't like noise in the building where I live. A lot of landlords also don't like pets. And some don't want too many children around. I think they prefer couples without children. You should get along with your neighbors and make a list to keep track of who takes care of cleaning and the trash. I think it's important that you greet each other in the hallways and don't make noise after 10 o'clock, so that everything is quiet and peaceful.
As you can see, finding housing in Germany is not always simple, but it's good to know that there are public offices that can help you. and alternative options like WGs. I wish you the best of luck and hope you find nice neighbors and a great place to live in Germany. If you want to tell someone where you live, you just say, meine Adresse ist. And then you say the name of the street and the house number. Meine Adresse ist. Now once more, a bit slower so you can speak along. Meine Adresse ist. And then street name and house number. Now it's your turn. Meine Adresse ist. Very good. I hope that you all find a nice place to live. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Open Your Heart. For more information, please click here.